I'm tired. I really am. Garden. Hello, 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 hello. Let's see. Oh, I pull up the stream. There it is. Haha! We're live. I did it. Now I know how to work this OBS thing. How are y'all doing tonight? Good morning. Good after. Good morning. Afternoon slash nighttime. Hello. Good evening, something to you all that are watching this video. How are y'all doing tonight? I gotta go plug my computer up. So, oh, oh, okay. I gotta read all that when I get back in the group chat. So I want to come on live tonight to talk about some stuff. Um, because I know it's gonna be a slow week and I won't be posting that much on here. I'm probably gonna have a live stream this week, but you guys might not see me tomorrow on here. You guys might not see me on Thursday, and I might be back Friday. I don't know. We'll see. I might be back Thursday. This depends on how everything goes. But tomorrow's gonna be like a commentary day. I'm gonna try to do commentary tomorrow for Judgment Day, but that's probably not gonna happen. We'll see. Um, but today I've focused on wrapping up my production of Takeover Chicago 2. All that's done. Um, and I did my Worlds Collide commentary during the break, so I did accomplish something. Um, so yeah. Um, to bridge the gap while we wait on Worlds Collide to get edited, and I get it, so we can premiere it hopefully sometime very soon. I'm gonna be doing some videos like this. You know, I did review Vengeance Day. Y'all love that video, so I appreciate y'all showing up for that. But we're gonna be doing videos like this, talking about some universe mode stuff. And one of my friends gave me the suggestion of doing a universe mode advice on some stuff. And I'll tell you guys how I feel on some of these things. But I'm gonna wait just a few more minutes to let some people get in here. I'm gonna share the stream out as well. Then we're gonna get going. So I'm gonna put this on so I know where they're going, and I have to plug up my laptop before it dies, and the entire stream dies with me. Happy Tuesday. So, oh, okay. Can you guys do me a favor and can you please share this out? If you're in my Discord, it will be a very, very big help if you can share this video out in my Discord. I would appreciate that. While I get this charger together. All right, we're plugged in. Where is my... Hold on, give me a few seconds. Clicks. All right, can y'all hear me now? I think we're good. All right. Sorry about that. I had to mute my mic for a second, but we're back. Um. So yeah, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste any more time. We're gonna talk about the universe mode advice, and then say towards the end we're gonna go into the universe mode story. I have a lot of them. they're very, they're very embarrassing and very funny. Let's start out with the universe mode advice real quick. So there was a topic that came up in the booking server because we're preparing for our next pay per view, which will be announced at Judgment Day. You'll find out what the next is co-branded pay per view is. Um, and it was about booking a rivalry without the superstars touching. So basically, the thing was that we wanted two superstars to go at it, and but we did not want them to touch each other. And this is a very very easy concept that some people don't understand how to do. So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how you should do a storyline like this. The only way you should do a storyline like this is if you guys don't want the people to touch at all, and that's very simple. And like you like you want to keep the integrity of the feud and as it's very high intense, but you don't want them to touch each other. So this is what I would do if I were you. I would have an authority figure or themselves declare that if you touch me, you will have a consequence. Like you won't challenge for the WWE Championship for 6 months. You won't enter the Royal Rumble. Depending on what time period you're at, that's what I would do for the stipulation and consequence if they touch to give them motivation to not touch them. Um so once you have the motivation and have the consequences, it's very easy to them for them to not touch each other. And then all you got to do from there is just tease it. Have them do a low blow, talk about their wife, husband, child. It's something that can get under the other guy's skin, and then you tease it. Oh, is he gonna break the rule? It or like is he going to get the consequence if he touches him? And you keep teasing that week in and week out, and then when you finally get to the pay-per-view, you have that ultimate payoff, and in which they finally touch, and then hopefully whoever you feel is the going to win the feud, they win the feud. I don't know why people struggle with that kind of concept, but a lot of people do struggle with it, unfortunately. So I'm just giving y'all some advice on how to do that. And let's see who's in the chat. We got Picky, JWE, XX, Expert, that rhymed, JJ Hunt, Zeno, and Blake. Blake is new. I haven't seen Blake before, but welcome everybody that just joined us in the live stream chat. I appreciate y'all for stopping in here tonight. So is there anything you guys want me to clear up with having a feud where they don't touch each other? Am I missing something? Um, cause I think I covered everything of how you should go about it. The biggest thing is you have to establish it and make it make sense. You can't just have it be random. Don't just put a random not no touch clause on somebody that's feuding for the tag team championships. That wouldn't make any sense. You have to have it be some two people that is your main event guys or your top mid card level guys go into that, and then you do that with the no touch clause. So that's somebody that pitched that and wanted that covered. I did that. Now my second one, gimmick pay-per-views. I'm going to tell you guys now, I do not like gimmick pay-per-views. I don't. If you notice my calendar, well, y'all don't know, but if you notice over the years on YouTube, I have been scaling down on the gimmick pay-per-views, and not doing them at all. I don't think there is one gimmick pay per view in season 7. I don't think so. If there is, it's getting scrapped. I don't no. I don't like gimmick pay per views because it hogs down the gimmick. And like if you have too many Hell in a Cell matches, when a Hell in a Cell is needed at a pay per view, I won't give two cracks about it because you had like 6 of them on one show. It oversaturates the gimmick, to be honest. Like like legit, it messes up everything that the gimmick is doing. So don't do gimmick pay per views or don't do too many of them. If you gotta have one, um, okay, I guess you can have one or two if you really running out of ideas. But there is like pay per views that you can make up. I don't care if you make up a pay per view called you can make a pay per view called Frostbite. I don't care. Like, just don't do a gimmick pay per view. Or you can make up a pay per view name. Um, I'm just gonna throw this out, Carnage or something like that. Like, I'm just gonna shout out to Gresh, by the way, for that. You know, if you gotta make up a pay per view name, just do that. Do not make a gimmick pay per view. There's no need for it. Vengeance. There's Judgment Day. There's No Mercy. There's so many pay per views. King of the Ring. There's so many pay per views that you can do that does not have a gimmick in it. So many. Super Showdown. You know, um, all kinds of stuff. The Rumble. I don't even want to do the Elimination Chamber. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to do the Elimination Chamber. you know, I'm just speaking in general. I'm not speaking to anybody, but this is what I've noticed on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm not a fan. Personally, I'm not a fan. I hate when WWE does it, and I call them out every single time on it. And I hate when Universe Modes do it. Clash of Champions, Night of Champions. You get anything of champions, Bash at the Beach. There's so many pay-per-views that you can do that don't have a gimmick in it. So many. If you want to have Elimination Chamber, do No Way Out. When's the last time somebody on YouTube has done No Way Out? I've out of all the current day universe modes, I think Merce and a few others I've seen have done No Way Out. Nobody does No Way Out anymore for some reason. I don't know why. It wasn't. It didn't literally say the gimmick of the Elimination Chamber. I know I'm not doing the Elimination Chamber this season. I'm not. Or well, it's not going to be called the Elimination Chamber. That's why I have people that have PC mods. The Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble are very different because it is Extreme Rules is the worst one. It's awful. I hate you know I don't like Extreme Rules. Like, we've been hoggled down with Extreme Rules for a decade as a pay per view, and it sucks. Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble are part of the Big Five or part of the Big Four. I wouldn't say those are gimmick pay per views because typically you only have 2 Royal Rumbles. You know what I'm saying? And then Survivor Series you have maybe a couple of multi-man matches, 5-on-5. You don't have like what I'm saying a gimmick pay per view is like there can be 5 or 6 Extreme Rules matches. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. There could be 5 or 6 Extreme Rules matches. There could be 4 Elimination Chamber matches. There can be like 6 TLC matches. No. That's too much. Like if you give me 6 TLC matches after the third one, I'm not gonna care about the last 3. That's what I mean by getting pay-per-views. On average, people do 2 Royal Rumbles. I've seen 2 Royal Rumbles. That's it. On average, people do maybe like two, maybe through minimum three 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. Minimum. You know what I'm saying? But when people do Extreme Rules, they do like 6 Extreme Rules matches. Why? Why are you doing 6? When you get to the third one, I'm not gonna care. Like why? And then TLCs be like five TLC matches. No, no, that's too much. And you're hollowing down the stipulation where I won't care about it after a certain point. That's why I stopped doing TLC. I stopped doing Elimination Chamber because I noticed as the years went on, I've stopped caring about it or caring about the pay-per-view itself. That's my problem with it. Yeah, I remember that as well. You know, they have the extreme, and then they be like, like the only night WWE goes extreme, but they go extreme the entire year though. We have extreme rules matches throughout the entire year, so I don't understand that. I don't understand that. We have extreme rules matches on Raw sometimes, so that makes no sense. You go extreme throughout the entire year. TLC is like an extension of Extreme Rules, just with ladders, and you had to climb a ladder to get a championship. That's the only difference between TLC and Extreme Rules. Only difference. You know, yeah, it has to go. And I feel that universe modes should not do them, Gino. That's just how I feel on it. You know, if like you can find anything besides a game pay per view. You can make up your own pay per view names for all I care. Just don't have a gimmick in it. Like just don't make it a gimmick. Just like you can make up your own name, make up your own theme. Like Joker's Wild. Oh my god, that's such a creative name. You know what I'm saying? Joker's Wild is such a very, very creative name. That's a very, very great pay per view name. Gresh is the king of making pay per views names. Great, great. Even like for call shows. That's why I love call shows like AOA Armageddon. You know what I'm saying? Or like final like the AOA shows like that J&W has, the AOR shows. You know, all those are great made up pay-per-view names. And they sound great too and they make sense. Like you could there's so many things you can do without doing a gimmick pay-per-view. Like if I'm Malik, I wouldn't have done Extreme Rules. I would have done Unforgiven. It's basically the same thing, well just not with a gimmick. But you know what I'm saying? Like Unforgiven makes sense. Just he should have done Unforgiven. If you if you really wanted to go there and do something for your favorite pay per view that makes that has that dark theme to it, just do Unforgiven. I would have been down for it. Unforgiven, Payback. Hey, I like Payback. Payback's a great name. I like that. Judgment Day, like what's coming up very soon. Backlash. You know what I'm saying? I like those names. Vengeance. You know what I'm saying? That would have been great. No doubt that would have been absolute great. Like you could have done anything else, man. Like anything else. And I would have liked it. I would have liked it. But I'm not harping on Malik. I'm not but Black Bad Blood. Yes. I'm not harping on Malik. I'm not harping on anybody that does them. I'm just saying, like, get a little bit more creative. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And Malik, I've talked to Malik, and he said never again. So we're gonna be fine with that. Exactly, exactly. What Byron A said. You know what I'm saying? I feel the gimmick pay per views have ran their course and they make stipulations stale very quickly. Exactly. Look, Malik. Look, listen. I'm gonna be shocked, like y'all, if Malik does not have Extreme Rules out before Judgment Day comes out. I'm gonna be stunned. I mean, I mean, because Judgment Day I got two pay per views I gotta get out before Judgment Day, and if I get two back to back pay per views out, and he still haven't got Extreme Rules out, I'm gonna be stunned. I, but like it's kind of very funny. I was supposed to sit down and do commentary tomorrow, but I doubt I'm gonna do that. Maybe if I talk at this voice, I think I'll be fine. Cause I love this Yeti because I don't have to yell anymore. So I can just talk at this normal spot, and it could be like, oh, here comes Samuel Lewis down to the ring. He's fighting he's fighting Robert Roode for the television championship. It's going to be absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you guys got in the premiere chat down below. See, I'm talking at this voice, but it's you guys can still hear me very clearly. So I might be able to do commentary tomorrow. I might do the commentary for the kickoff and half of the main show. Um, shoot, that be me on some days too. Some days I can't sit down and do commentary. I have to wait. I purposely wait a day where the house is quiet where I can just sit down and do commentary. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I did that gauntlet commentary, I did that in one day. Like I swooped in, I got the show. I did my little one little edit I had to do, put one little theme song in there real quick, and I rolled. I rolled and got the whole thing done in one day. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shoot. Well, I don't be at a 10, not anymore. Like I probably was the most calm I've ever been. Like you know what I'm saying? The most calm I've ever been was probably the World's Collide Gauntlet commentary. Now you're going to hear a sample of my old self, well, with my old mic, because you're going to hear it with Piper and Caroline, because that was done on my old mic. Even though that commentary was very, very good, and I popped for that match. That match, and the match was very good. So the last commentary you're going to have, you know what I'm saying? And like that, like the last commentary you're going to have is with the old mic is Caroline Amber and Piper Wolf. Well, yeah, the commentary was not bad. It was a normal Coltrane commentary. Well, I didn't say I was calm. Well, I was kind of calm because I did that with people in the house. Now, my people know I do YouTube, and like I'm talking to you guys now. If this was like 2, 3 years ago, they'll think something's wrong with me because they had no idea I was doing YouTube. Um, so they know I have over 1,000 subscribers. They know I have like a popular internet following. So they understand now, and I can talk at this voice now. Like back in the day, I couldn't talk at this voice because I would have got yelled at. So, and as long as I tell them that, oh hey, today's a commentary day, so if you hear me talk a bit and talk a little bit louder than I usually talk, you know why they will be fine with it. You know what I'm saying? I just had to let them know ahead of time, and it depends on what day it is. If it's a Sunday, then I might have to wait a little bit into Sunday to commentate. Oh, I said like a little afternoon, the afternoon period when everything is calmed down and stuff. Like, but if it's like a big old Monday, I can just do my thing because everybody's just busy on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the time of day and the timing. I typically commentate in the early hours of like between 12 noon and six. The latest I've commentated this year, well, in the last few months, is 6 p.m. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. ish. You know, that's what I that's how I commentate now. Cause I like to do. I don't like doing too early in the morning, cause people still be asleep. So 12 noon typically is when all the house is up. So I try to start there and then just do a couple at a time and take a little breaks and stuff like that now. Yeah. Yeah, the weekends are weekdays are easier for me because not many people be in the house on the weekdays because they be at work and I could just hit commentary as soon as I get off from school. Weekdays are the perfect time for me to do commentary. Now this week is kind of different because you know, and our state a lot of people are like my parents are off from work and stuff like that because of we have Mardi Gras. We call it Mardi Gras down here. So we're in Mardi Gras. So yeah, this week is like I'm gonna be home for like this. Tomorrow will be my last day off. Then I go to school on Thursday and Friday. So then hopefully we go to school on Thursday and Friday. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. Mm, Typically, whenever you start a job, that first week when you get home, you don't feel like doing nothing until like you get used to it. You're not gonna feel like doing nothing. like, I remember that. I remember when school came back, like 6 weeks ago. Um, like that first week, I didn't feel like doing anything universal wise. I don't think I recorded. Like those first 3 days, I didn't record anything. Like I was like, no, I'm good. I just came home and just slept. Like I think I slept and watched YouTube. Yeah, like I called that my little lazy week because I didn't feel like doing anything YouTube wise that week. Um, but yeah, enough about commentary and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, that's my thoughts on gimmick pay-per-views and doing them and stuff like that. Um, what what else would that want? What else? Somebody asked me another question. That they wanted me to answer. Um. Oh, this has come up. Um. Somebody like so. One of the new subscribers DM'd me, and I want to address this real quickly. I'm not gonna say DM, but I have it right here. So I want to discuss this very, very real quickly, and this is gonna play in the part of where we're at now. So I got a DM earlier on today. It was a brand new subscriber that just started watching me, and he watched WrestleMania Las Vegas. Now, if you guys didn't notice, WrestleMania Las Vegas is in the what YouTube call it the new and returning subscriber thingy. That is because we were pushing 2,000. We were on the break of 3,000 views. So I wanted to put it there to see if we are going to hit the 3,000 mark, and we did. So this subscriber, he's new. Like he just subscribed like yesterday or something like that. Yesterday or the day before. So he followed me on Twitter and he DM'd me and he asked me a few questions that I want to answer here. Um, and one was being which we're going to talk about is matches, like the amount of matches and match quality. So he asked me about the Royal Rumble, and he asked me why was the Royal Rumble 8 hours long. I'm going to answer this question, and then I'm going to go back into the amount of matches that you should put on a pay-per-view, because the reason why the Royal Rumble was 8 hours long was not because of the Royal Rumbles itself. It was because the amount of matches that were on the Royal Rumble. I believe I counted 14, I believe. I think it was 14 or 15 matches. What? I think it was 15 or no. Actually, I think it was 15 or 16. So when you're doing a pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, specifically a pay-per-view like the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna tell you guys now, don't overhaul them because you're gonna run into a situation like I did. Now, my Royal Rumble was 8 hours long because again, last season I did not pace my matches well. Um, I didn't, and they were just all over the place and very, very long. So that's why my Royal Rumble was 8 hours long. If you have a problem that I have with your matches, I recommend for those big pay-per-views, unless you're doing 2 nights, which I don't recommend doing 2 nights for the Royal Rumble. That's just my opinion. Like pay-per-views like the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, specifically if it's one night, do not go over 10 matches. Do not. Because you're going to have an issue where your show can be 7 hours long. Literally. That was a major, major problem with mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, on evolution of content. Ooh, okay, good. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that question in just a second. I like that. That was a major. Let me finish this one real quick. That was a major, major problem with mine. So don't pull a cold train and have 14, 15 matches on a Royal Rumble based show. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. It was like my Royal Rumble was WrestleMania in real life, WrestleMania 35 length. Literally, literally. Like it was 8 hours long, straight through. 8 hours and 9 minutes, by the way, people. And don't do that. Don't do that at all, bro. Like, like, pace yourself. Make sure your card doesn't go over 10 matches. You pick the 10 best matches to go on the show. Well, technically, it's going to be 8. If you're doing 10, it's going to be your 8 best matches. 4 from each brand, I would say. And if you really want to get some other matches on the show, you load up those pre-shows. You load them up. You can I would not mind if you have to. I would not mind you doing a 4 or 5 match pre-show. You know what I'm saying? And you load that pre-show up or load that kickoff show up, you know, to get what you want done. But hey, don't let that main show be 14, 15 matches. I'm just saying. Don't pull me. So that was that question, and I'm gonna answer that question. So shout outs to that subscriber that asked me that question in DM today. Now JW asked me about evolution of content. So XX had an unfunny joke. Okay, that was kind of weird. Hello Blake, what's up? Um, there you go. There you go. See what JW is doing. That's how you gonna do it. That's how you do it. I bet that's how the Royal Rumble gonna be. I don't think the Royal Rumble is gonna be long. Not as long as it was last year. It might be 4 hours, probably 4 or 5. But it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be 8 hours again. I'm sorry. I will never put y'all through that again. Never. I will never put y'all through that again. I kind of felt bad, but at the end of the day, it is one of the most successful videos on the channel. So hey, I'm not I'm not mad at it, but I will never ever put you guys through that stress again. Never. I don't think it's necessary. Oh shoot, that's a lot of talking. Um, so evolution of content. I don't I I don't think it's a bad idea to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like something like with evolution of content. Seeing how far you've come. That would that's a great thing. To go back and watch some of your old episodes and see how far you've come from one of your first videos to now. I don't have an issue with evolution of content. You know what I'm saying? But can you elaborate on that more, JW? Like, what you mean by evolution of content? Like, do you mean like going back and because I'm assuming you mean like going back and watching your old shows and seeing how far you come? Does is that what you mean by evolution of content? Because I'm kind of confused on what does that mean. Um, but most definitely, um, if JW, I would do that like in a heartbeat. Like, well, why? Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you have the same style that you had 2 years ago, and I wouldn't go that far. 2, 3 years ago, yeah, I don't. I would think something's kind of wrong because you're just saying stagnant. You're not consistently getting better. You know what I'm saying? That will be a legit problem to me. Oh, and thank you. I appreciate you for watching Backlash and supporting it. It was not Ember Moon and Bow and Bailey. It was they were not. They weren't even. It was Ember Moon and Rhonda. But thank you for watching Backlash. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, that's a problem to me. That's a problem. Like, y- I'll give you an example of how much I improved in the last 2 years. In 2019, I was still streaming. I was still doing streaming like YouTube videos and streaming universe mode. Then I started slowly but surely, going into recording universe mode. I recorded everything on the PlayStation, and and I and I edited everything in Share Factory. When is Mania is 9 months? I don't know. When is Mania, dude? Well, we just had WrestleMania in Las Vegas like 6 months ago. I don't know. Let's see. We're in June, so July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. When 10 months from now, in game, and I don't know what that is in real life. I don't know. I don't know when WrestleMania is gonna be. I don't have a timetable on that. I don't even know what SummerSlam is gonna be. I don't know. I have no clue. Um, Biggie and Roman. Okay, that's cool. I don't like when is WrestleMania? No comment. It's 10 months from now in game, but no comment. You know what I'm saying? No comment. Um, the current United Kingdom champion is Biggie Langston. Um, but yeah, I would say a year and a half from now, at most, at most. Um, but yeah, that's the issue if you don't improve. I went from live streaming to recording to now editing my universe mode. I have Filmora now. I now when I first got Filmora, I was just editing the universe mode and wasn't doing anything with the theme songs. Now I have, you know what I'm saying, theme songs and you know in Filmora and edit in the videos. My matches have gotten shorter. Well, kind of. Well, the matches have gotten well paced. I pace my matches better. I time my matches better. I now I have text promos and voice promos. That's just an example. Commentary has gotten better. That's just an example of how much I've changed in 2 years. In 2 years, If you've been doing this for 3, 4 years and you're still the same way, that's a problem. That is a major, major problem. Evolution is key in the YouTube game. You need evolution in your production, your style, your editing. You can't be the same forever and expect to grow on here. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, partner. It doesn't. So yeah, that is a big thing for me. Something is wrong if you are not if you are not improving your content and you're not improving your universe mode over the years. That is a very, very huge problem to me. Well, I believe that Noam Dar is the king as well, so you we can agree on that. And like expert said, I will say a year from now. I'll say summer, winter of 2022, maybe. You'll see the next WrestleMania. Um, but yeah, I agree with JW. That will be a great JW versus the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the evolution and stuff. That would be a great one. I would love to join you on that if if I can. Um, and we could talk more about that later. But yeah, that's a huge one for me. Like especially storytelling. I'm going to talk about speaking. This is going to be a perfect segue into the universe most stories. I have a couple of them that I have mistakes that I went on. That I want to talk about. Um, like storytelling for me. You know, 2 years ago, I made Brock Lesnar. Well, not even 2 years ago. Last season, I would say, I made Brock Lesnar the United States champion of the world, and I don't know why I did, but I remember I was talking to my cousin because he was helping me book at the time. Keep in mind, I always help. I always had people. Um, you know what I'm saying? Which one? The champ? I didn't know him. This is the champion versus champion match. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that match. That match was not the best Seth Rollins and Dara match, but hey, to each his own. I didn't like that. I didn't like that match. I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't. That match, it kind of like gave me a little face when I was watching it. Yes, you are new. And I appreciate you for being here. And you're gonna get caught up. Trust me. We got 3 pay-per-views coming up. You're gonna get very caught up very quickly. Don't worry. But as I was saying, so I made Brock the United States champion because my cousin, Cool Yoshi, we were going over the SummerSlam match card and we were going over like who should win and stuff like that. But it was like a couple hours before stream. This is how bad I was back in the day. And some of y'all don't even know this. When I was live streaming, we typically went over the card and winners the day of. I was Vince McMahon, y'all. Like we went through the entire card and I was like, okay, this guy's gonna win, and we always had a reason why this guy should win, and we went back. Oh Jesus, my thing fell, and we went back and forth on that the entire time while we was talking. So the topic of the Fatal 4-Way, I'll never forget this. It was a Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship, and originally Samoa Joe, I believe he was the champion. I believe. I need. Well, I need to. Well, I actually could look that up because I know the exact show. Well, while we're talking about it, I wanted Samoa Joe to win because he was penciled in to win about 2 hours before the show. And about 10, 15 minutes before we were supposed to go live, my cousin came back to me and said Brock should win because, you know, hey, Brock will be a great United States champion. He'll be unpredictable. And I was like, yeah, you got a point. So I changed my penciled in winner 15 minutes before the show was live. I would never ever do that. Ever. Ever not nowadays. That sounds terrible. But I did that. And Lester won. He was probably one of the worst United States champions I've ever had in series history. He was awful. He was awful. Because I told him, I said, well, hey, you wanted him as champion. You're going to take his storylines. So I can't make this up. I can't, like, when this is documented footage. You guys can go back and watch. Again, I don't delete videos unless they're very, very bad. Specifically, universe mode videos. You can go back and look up all this stuff if you want to on this channel. I can't make this up. Brock Lesnar, he won the championship at SummerSlam. 30 days later, he was taking a nap for Samoa Joe. Yes. Yes. Let me repeat that. Brock Lesnar won the championship at SummerSlam, right? Had that big moment. He won the championship at SummerSlam. 30 days later, he was taking a nap for Samoa Joe. Because this is what my cousin said, and I quote, well, we should have went with Samoa Joe at SummerSlam because I don't have any plans for Brock Lesnar as United States Champion. I don't have any challenges. And I facepalmed. I was like, well, then why did you say that he should win the match? Again, he told me for shock value. And I was like, oh my God, I should have took the storyline. I don't know why I didn't take the storyline, but I should have took the storyline because it would have been better. But Joe won the title, and he had a nice reign, and the rest was history. With the United States Championship, with the winners that we had in towards season 6 and etc. And then Joe won it, and then Rollins had it, and then we know the rest with Seth Rollins and his amazing United States Championship reign. Well, was that United States? Yeah, that is correct. United States Championship reign. That's correct. So, rest was history. I don't know, but I'm using that. Keep in mind that's just last season, people. I'm way better now. If that was me today, I would have called it out. Like, do you have plans for him? Because he would have been like, no. They're like, no, we're not doing that. That's not happening. The rain was horrible. The rain was very horrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was absolutely garbage. Like, y'all, I can't make this up. Like, you can. This is documented on the channel. You guys can look this up. I can't make this up. I seriously cannot make this up. So let me actually pull up and make sure this is right. So this should have been 2K19, the first half of season 6, if my math is correct. So that happened, and I was like, oh God. So that was no, that didn't happen this season. That should have been. Oh, that was 2K18. So yeah. Oh yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, it was 2K18. It was the finale of 2K18. Because Lesnar was the United States Champion at the beginning of 2K19, and he lost he lost the championship at, it should have been Night of Champions. Or no, it was Clash. Clash of Champions was when Brock Lesnar lost the championship. Episode 9 of 2K19 Universe Mode. With this terrible Samuel Lewis call. Oh, this Samuel Lewis call was horrible. And KJ was wearing gold for some reason. And Lewis and Jones were not together for some reason. Because of their breakup, for their third million time breakup they had. I don't even know where Blake Lewis is at. I have no idea where he's at. Don't even act. I don't even know where he's at. Forget Blake Lewis. We have a new Blake now. I like this new Blake. This new Blake's nice. He's very cool. Yeah, thank God he lost the championship. That was I'm glad he did too. He wasn't supposed to win it to begin with. So that's one story. And then another one I want to talk about is that The Undertaker had a 1-year WWE Championship reign for some odd reason. I don't know what I was thinking, but Undertaker held the WWE Championship for a whole year and lost it to Aleister Black, in which Aleister Black lost it to Finn Balor, to which Finn Balor lost it back to Aleister Black a whole year later after that. And then we know Batista era started, and Balor beat Batista again, and Balor lost it to Adam Cole. My problem is not Aleister Black winning the championship. My problem is Aleister Black being the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue. Oh crap, we're having issues. I'm lagging. Let me see. Of course, YouTube wants to have lag issues now. No, he was not. He was not cool, bro. The other Blake Lewis banned people for no reason, dude. Like, it wasn't even funny. Like he got mad at people for no reason and did stuff for no reason at all. Like XX and Blake got into an argument like every day whenever he was here. Because Blake always had the most controversial things. He said the most controversial things. You know? So, The Undertaker had the WWE Championship for 1 year. And my clumsy self didn't even do the title change right. Because Aleister Black was supposed to beat Undertaker at SummerSlam. Again, that infamous SummerSlam show that I keep talking about in 2K18. Black was supposed to beat Taker that night, but he didn't do it. Because you know why? I botched the game. I botched the match. And Undertaker won by accident. He wasn't supposed to win that night. I don't know. Are y'all lagging? Because YouTube is apparently saying that they don't have enough. Oh, there it goes. Let's say, are y'all lagging? Because I don't know what's going on with the stream on my end. Weird. You know. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not repeating that because I'm monetized. But yeah, he did that, and it was just disgusting. Also, make sure you guys like this video if you haven't already. We got 6 likes. Can we get like 12 or 13 likes? That would be very appreciative if you guys can do that. Like this video if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. But I botched the game and Aleister Black lost. So I was shaking my head after the show because I was like, now I have to explain The Undertaker giving Aleister Black a rematch. Because why would he give him a rematch? Because he beat him already. So I did the most laziest explanation I've ever seen. Aleister Black didn't even lose by cheating. Taker didn't cheat. He he pinned him in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, right? This was my explanation, and I can't make this up. I said, and I quote, well, Undertaker was the stupidest dude I've ever seen, like legit for this. Taker said, well, you're gonna get one more chance at immortality. I'm gonna put my WWE Championship on the line, and you will rest in peace one more time. That was the explanation. So, Taker and Black, this big old feud I was building up all throughout the summer months. I was building up Aleister Black. Black was getting win after win after win after win. I ruined Aleister Black's moment. Yes, I ruined his moment at SummerSlam because he lost. So then he had to win a WWE Championship on a random episode of Smackdown. Not even a pay-per-view. He won it on a random episode of Smackdown. And then I give one of the most laziest, legit, you know what I'm saying? The most laziest explanation I've ever seen in this series. You know what I'm saying? Like, legit. That is absolutely horrible. Horrible. That's storytelling. And keep in mind, the evolution thing that J&W was talking about, that's storytelling from 2K18 and 2K19. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, people. And here's me thinking that my WWE 2K19 Universe mode was absolutely amazing. The best stuff I've ever done. Looking back at the logic gaps, looking back at the horrible storylines, horrible explanations, that was horrible. It was awful. It makes even season 6 laugh at them like, are you serious? We did that? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, 2K19 was the tail end of season 5 and the first half of season 6. Because we had to hit that, we had to get to that WrestleMania and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it makes season 6, feel great about itself. How bad season 5 was, and 4 was worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even go back and look at some of these episodes anymore because of how bad the storylines were. Not only that, I got another one that was horrible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I won't believe this one, but this one happened and it was absolutely garbage. The NXT CW Championship. Do you guys want me to repeat that? The NXT CW Championship. Oh my god. Oh my god. So basically, before NXT disbanded, and thank God it did, because this was horrible. I had a championship called the NXT ECW Championship. It was literally, I can't make this up. It was literally the ECW Championship design from 2009 and 2010, right? As a title, but I renamed it the NXT CW Championship. It was the Extreme NXT Championship. So many words. So many words, bro. It's absolutely horrible. It's horrible. Horrible. You know what I'm saying? So that was a thing. you know, there's so many things like that I did back in the day that I'm just like cringing now of how bad it was. Like you know, again like the with the Brock United States Championship reign, it was terrible. That was horrible. You know, Undertaker being WWE champion for 1 year and then botching the end of his championship reign and having one of the most lazy explanations with to Aleister Black getting the championship. That was horrible. You know, the Bianca Belair, the most recent one is probably Bianca Belair and Ronda Rousey. Admittedly, Ronda Rousey should not be the SmackDown Women's Champion today. She should not have been. I Bianca should have kept that championship. I wholeheartedly agree with that. That was a bad decision. It wasn't a horrible decision because I love Ronda Rousey, but Bianca Belair should have kept the championship. Like there were some very very bad booking things, you know, that could have been avoided. Like you know, with the Velveteen Dream and Apollo Crews storyline that just happened recently. Apollo Crews should have not lost the WWE the World Heavyweight Championship in 30 days. That's what happened. Apollo Crews, he had got his moment. He beat Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream got a rematch and beat him again. That's very, very illogical and bad storytelling on my part. You broke the title reign. Like you won the championship. And you know, I did like I fulfilled the story. You know what I'm saying? Made the story make sense. Did my job. But I didn't even give him a proper championship reign because I took the belt off of him immediately. Immediately. Is there any title reign storyline / show that the fans love and you're not a fan of? Oh, I can name a plenty of them. I would say that the fans loved the Cruise Control Raw Tag Team Championship title reign, but looking back at it, I did not like it. I kept it going because Velveteen Dream and Apollo Crews just got over and I just ran with it. But I always wanted Velveteen Dream because at the time before Dream accusations came out, Velveteen Dream was my star. So I always wanted him as a single star. I put him in the tag team because Apollo Crews wasn't doing anything at the time and he needed something to do. And I didn't like the Titus Worldwide crap. So so I wanted to turn Titus O'Neil into a series act. So that's why the Dream Team was made. And I was like it was a test. But every time they came on, people just flocked to them and they got over. And I wasn't a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? Not really. But I just kept it going until I couldn't keep it going anymore. Until they eventually said, "Okay, I'm tired of it now." So that's when the title change happened, and that's when I started the Dream and Cruise feud, and I started on time because they started to turn on them about a week before the Usos and Dream Team match. So I was like, yes, they turned on them. It's time to do the title change. And I did it at the perfect time. And I was like, I realized Velveteen Dream is in that World Heavyweight Championship ladder match later on in the night. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to do that. And that's when I did the Velveteen Dream bait and switch. Him not try in I had him not try in the tag team title match, and that's when the storyline kickstarted with Cruz and Dream, and they started having issues right after Backlash. I'll never forget. So that was that. Um, Looking back at it, it could have worked. It like you're right. Absolutely, it could have worked, but I wasn't thinking like that. Like whenever I create, like whenever I bought in Velveteen Dream, I always thought that you know, I always had it in the mindset that Titus O'Neil was going to wrestle. If I would have put him in like a Paul Heyman type of role, Titus Worldwide could have worked. But I wasn't thinking like that, and and like the Dream Team was a one thing I liked as well. Um, Personally, another thing I wasn't a fan of was the KJ Jones main event push. I was not a fan of that. I thought that KJ was not ready, but I went along with it because the fans wanted it. Like they got behind KJ. I always thought that Samuel Lewis was the better character. I still think that to this day. Um, Lewis is half of them too. I'm sorry, like he just has more interest in me than any. I wasn't a fan of KJ, but at the time, and I didn't really want to do his push, but I did it anyway because that's what the subs wanted. So I just ran with it, and it ended up being successful at the end of the day. And he is one of the only calls to win a world title. And that record still stands today. And I don't think that anybody that guy. So KJ can brag about that for the rest of his career in CTP, saying that hey, I'm the only call to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Samuel Lewis has never done that. Lorenzo Sampson has never done that. Vince Diamond has never done that. Brian Perkins has never done that. And I don't if I'm looking at it, I don't think those guys will ever come close to that level of a main event, like being the world heavyweight champion. I don't think that will ever happen again. I'm not saying never say never, but at this current time, I don't see that happening ever again. You know? So I was not a fan of that because I don't see, you know, I didn't see KJ as that main event star. Now the Samuel Lewis title reign, like you know what I'm saying. I was behind that, but it was 50-50. Some people didn't like it, and a lot of others did. So that one was 50-50. So take it or leave it with that. Let's see. Anything else I didn't like that the fans liked? Oh, um, fun fact. I was not a fan of Tommaso Ciampa's United States Championship reign at first. I didn't think that the Project Challenge was going to get over because I thought that Ciampa was missing something, and I didn't think the project. So at first, I wasn't a fan of it, but he kept getting over, and everybody kept paying. Like I look back at my chats and analytics, everybody kept paying attention to Tommaso Ciampa United States Championship matches. So I was like, what can make me like this guy? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a new gimmick where he has this thing called the Project Challenge, and then that's when Ciampa just blew up, and everybody started to like him. So, but at first, I did not like his title reign at all. I thought it was like I thought it was meh, but he got over and he proved me wrong. So that was a good thing right there. Another one. Let's go down to NXT. Some things that Mark did. At first, I didn't think Keith Lee being the NXT Global Champion was a good idea. I did not like it at first. I didn't. I thought that this was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be decent, but I didn't think it was gonna get over. But the fans gravitated towards Keith Lee, and he's one of the best things down there today. Another thing, at first, y'all, this is gonna be a shocker to y'all, but I didn't think that King Dar was going to work. I didn't. I didn't think that King Dar was going to work. We just tried it because we were like, okay, this. Noam Dar wasn't supposed to be a main event level star. He wasn't supposed to be. Um, and we were just trying something new that nobody ever done with him. So that's why King Dar became a thing. It was only supposed to be a one off at first. And then it was gonna be he was gonna be back to Supernova the next week. So like I've already talked about this many times. Like it was an attire change. Like we changed the attire. I gave him a crown. I named the episode "The King of NXT." Everybody loved it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna run with that." So we gave him a whole new gimmick. Because at first, Dar was a baby face. He was a baby face. He was not a heel. He was a baby face. But everybody loved King Dar. But I was like, a king not necessarily has to be a babyface. So I turned him heel. We turned him heel and we ran with that fact. And when he won that NXT Money in the Bank, the chat popped. And I was like, yeah, we got a star. We got a star. And I told Mark, I told Mark in a call whenever Dar was penciled in to say that he was going to cash in, he was going to win the NXT Championship. I told Mark, whenever this guy cashes in, we're going to have money on the table and we can't mess this up. And whenever he cashed in that briefcase, it was one of the best reactions I've 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 ever seen in season 6. Legit. The best reaction. Alright, XX, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, man. Thank you for stopping by. You know, one of my favorite reactions of last season was that. Um and the rest was history. So we really wasn't like we in NXT, we didn't really think it was going to get over, but the fans just loved it. And I'm glad they did, because I don't know what CTP will be like if Dar never became a king. Like, what would have been different? Like, even like NXT, what would have been different? Would Kenny Omega be the NXT champion right now? Would Dar even be the world champ? I doubt Dar would have been the world champion, because I doubt that Mark would have had the guts to go with the push that we did, because we only went with the push because of the fans and like him getting over. You know, imagine if I would have never did that attire change. Imagine if I would have been lazy that week. How much history would have changed? You know, if that attire change would have never happened. Like, that's a lot of things that you could think about. You know, would Dar still be in NXT? Probably. I don't think that Pickett would have picked him if he wasn't King Dar. I wholeheartedly believe that. I don't think that Pickett would have picked him in the draft. I think that he would have still been in NXT as the Supernova. I would say probably fighting Keith Lee right now. That's what I would have seen for him. You know, I don't think he would have gotten that main event push that he got. You know, um, what else? Well, now this one's gonna be a little controversial, but at first I was not a fan of Jay White. Well, because I didn't really watch him like that. So whenever he was brought into NXT, I really wasn't a fan of him. But apparently my chat knew who he was, and I started watching some New Japan matches and started watching Jay White matches, and now I'm in love with him. But like at first, like whenever his first couple weeks in NXT, I didn't like him. But a combination of me watching his matches and then Expert doing that amazing Jay White and Walter match. I love him. Even though my in-game character is supposed to hate him. Like obviously in like now he's a heel and I can't stand him in English. I can't stand both of them. Now I used to love him. I used to like not like him, but now I love him. He's great. He's great. And I take that part into what Expert did at Vegas and what he's doing now in on Monday Night Raw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For 2 weeks, and I love him. I know, I know, but like I only watched his matches though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause everybody told me Jay White is this, Jay White is that, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give him a chance, and I watched his matches, and then a combination of watching his matches and what he's doing in CCP, I love him now. I love him. He is great. He's great. You know, even though I'm supposed to hate him, you know what I'm saying? But I love him now. He's awesome. Um, I'm trying to think of more stuff that the fans like that I didn't like. Um, let me see. That that's a that is a great question, expert, and I love that question. Who was it? Um, what else did y'all like that I didn't like? That let me see. Oh, shoot, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what else it was. There's something else that y'all liked, but that I did not like, and I can't put my finger on it. Sammy, anything else that you could think of that that y'all liked that I did not like? Oh, another one probably would be Nightwolf. At first, I didn't understand Nightwolf at all. I didn't really get him, but apparently he just got so popular for some reason. So I started pushing him, and then people started to love him, and people still tell me, well, KJ and Nightwolf is still one of your greatest matches you've ever made, and I look at them crazy, but people still tell me that to this day. I'm like, okay, I don't think so, not anymore. I think the best match I've ever made, so right now, is not even released. Not even released. Well, currently released is Brock Lesnar and King Dar. But yeah, at first I didn't really like Nightwolf, but the fans liked him. You know what I'm saying? So hey, there's like I just went along with it. So that's storylines and some people. Um, I would say looking back at it, I would say Velveteen Dream's second world title reign. I wasn't a fan of it, but people liked it before we had to take it off of them. Um, SmackDown in season 6 was very very well liked, but I didn't think it was the best show of the series at some points. But a lot of you guys love SmackDown in season 6. Season 7 right now. Um, I personally, I'm not a fan of the Ronda Rousey title reign right now. Personally, I think it, I think it could be better, but fans are loving her, and as long as fans are loving what she's doing inside the ring, we're going to continue to do it. But that's just like a current day example. Everything else that's going on Raw and NXT, I'm fine with. Um, and I'm Gucci with King Dar's world title reign right now. especially what we got cooking up next month. There, I got my idea pitched, so that's gonna be awesome. And I think that's about it for that question. So good question, expert. You had me thinking a little bit. If I come up with any more, I'll let you guys know. But I think that's a pretty good starter to some of those questions. So yeah, it is now time for Q&A time, I guess. Before we wrap things up here on this stream, anybody else has any questions, comments, concerns for me? As I did talk about some of my worst stories and I gave y'all some advice. So if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, let me know right now or speak now or as the grown folks say, forever hold your peace because your question won't get answered until next stream, or it might get answered if you ask it in the community tab or on Twitter or whatever. But if you guys have any questions for me, answer now so I can get them answered. And then other than that, I don't have anything else to talk about. I think I talked about everything else I want to talk about. I talked about the advice. Okay, I gave out some advice. Um, and I did some universe mode stories. So I don't think I have anything else to talk about. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know. In the chat down below. Now let me ask everybody else. Ooh. Oh, so fun fact. I put on Twitter today a very interesting fun fact. So in my universe mode canon, RVD and Keith Lee, if Rob Van Dam wins, it will be his first CTP championship in 10 years. Because there's been 7 seasons of CTP, but you know, technically in years, it's been about, I'll say 10, but there's been 7 seasons based on how I do my timeline. So it's been 10 years since RVD has won a championship in CTP, technically. So that's an interesting fun fact. What? What is oh, what is Tyler talking about? Like I said, it's Q&A time. So any questions, comments, or concerns for me? Speak now or forever hold your peace. See if I did it. Did I miss any? Let me go back up. I love this little new live streaming thing. I can see all this stuff. Oh wait, I can do polls. Oh shoot. Well, while we wait for questions, I'm gonna do a poll. I can do a poll. Hee Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you guys again. I'm gonna ask y'all a couple questions in the chat, and we're gonna talk about them. So, what pay per view are you most looking forward to? So, now that you guys know a little bit more about the shows, I'm going to ask this again for the live chat because we got some new faces, so I am curious to see how this one's going to go. I didn't know I didn't know I could do polls. Okay. Okay, we got 2 questions. Okay, cool. How would I book Retribution? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, same members. Oh, I gotta use the same members. So there you go. I asked the live chat a question. So if you guys can answer that poll, I will be very it'll be very appreciative because I just want to see y'all answers. Um, because we do have some new subscribers now, so we'll see how this one goes. Um, how would I book Retribution? And I had to use the real life members. Um, first off, they wouldn't have came out like they did originally because I felt like Retribution could have been like Nexus. You know, make that huge impact. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't like too goofy and all that stuff like that. And you know, and like more aggressive and more furious and serious. Because I never took Retribution serious. So first off, I would have made them more serious, and I would have had better names than what they have. I actually would have had all the Retribution members keep their names. That's what I would have done. No slapjack and whatever. Like no, that wouldn't have happened with me. And they would have debuted similarly to how Nexus debuted. Came in the ring, destroy everything, make a big impact. That's what I would have done. Um, and I would have had them been taken serious from the jump, like take out the WWE Champion series. You know what I'm saying? That type of series, and had them be the main focus of the show because I felt that Retribution was not the main part of the show when they were booked. If you would have done those simple things, I would have cared about them. You like they were never taken serious. If I would have booking them, they would have been taken serious. The leader still would have been Ali. I would have revealed that later on. Ali would have been the leader, and then I would have connected the hacker storyline to Retribution. It said that hey, Ali was the Smackdown hacker. Now I'm running. Now this is my own group I'm running now. And Ali would have said I was the Smackdown hacker, and these are my boys that I got. Easy money right there. Easy money. That what I would have done. And then I would have pushed Ali to the main event scene. And in my version of Retribution, Ali would be fighting for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 37. And the other Retribution people would have title matches. Like Mia Yim would have had a Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania. Because she would have been built up for months and months and months and months and months. And she would have been ready for a Raw Women's Championship push. And then I would have the other guys of Retribution fight for the Raw Tag Team titles. And Retribution will all walk out of WrestleMania 37 with championship gold. Yes, I would have my Retribution Ali would be very serious, would be at the top of his game. He would be WWE champion. And you know how I would have made it very petty? I would have had Ali become number one contender for the WWE Championship and the Elimination Chamber and pin Kofi Kingston. Because Kofi Kingston took Ali's spot for WrestleMania 35. I would have connected that story back together, and I would have had Ali pin Kofi to go to WrestleMania to then go pin Drew to win the WWE Championship. That's what I would have done easily. Retribution would be 10 times better if I was booking. Why was Brock Lesnar United States Champion? I told you guys that Lesnar won the championship because my cousin gave me the idea and we ran with it, but I didn't know that he had plans. I didn't know that he did not have plans, and Lesnar was only United States Champion for 30 days. It was awful. Why did you make the Ascension be Taker and Kane? Because I was massive Ascension fans. I love the Ascension. I still do. They're one of my favorite tag teams. If Malik ever makes the website and does the title history like he said he was gonna do, he never actually got to it yet. You're gonna see how much the Ascension have held belts in CTP. They have records that probably will never ever be broken because I love them so much. They're great. Um, so you wouldn't add Ricochet into Retribution? No, Ricochet does not need Retribution. Absolutely not. They do not. He does not need Retribution. He would not be in my Retribution at all. At all. Um, easily Worlds Collide. Well, dang, Worlds Collide is winning. 60% Worlds Collide, 20% Judgment Day, 20% Payback. Worlds Collide was winning the YouTube poll as well the other day. So you know, good on Worlds Collide. Um, yes, I am a Ascension mark. I love the Ascension. The Ascension were one of my favorite tag teams. Before they left WWE, unfortunately, or got released. Wasn't it released? Yeah, I think they were released. But yeah, I love the Ascension. They were great. Um, hey Marika boy, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been, bro? How are things going with you? It's been a long time. Happy New Year. I haven't talked to you since 2020. Literally. Um, and I hope 2021 is treating you well. You know what I'm saying? I think I answered all your questions. But hey, I can be an Ascension mark, you know, like I'm a King Dar mark. He's great. Even though fun fact at first I ain't like him, but he's great. Yeah, it is. It is missing some, but it is. That's good. I don't like this cold weather, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully, it warms up before I go back to school on Thursday, because I'm gonna be in person and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna hate it. And it's supposed to be 28 degrees on Thursday, and I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. You know. Okay. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen, for your boy? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm gonna tell you guys how the rest of this week is gonna go. So awesome. So what's gonna happen is I'm finally like the Rock says, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna make the promises. Tomorrow or Thursday, you guys will get the finale of the Universe Mode Sim. Then in the community tab, I'm going to give you guys a vote where you guys can vote on the next Universe Mode Sim, what game it should be, etc. And we're probably going to do that the weekend. There will also be another Last of Us Part 2 video live stream on the second channel sometime this week because apparently y'all love that so much. Um, and I also want to do another universe mode review, which I will probably try to get to sometime next week. So that's how this is gonna go. There's gonna be another Last of Us Part 2 stream, Fortnite Friday. Yay, that's happening on Friday night, and another main channel upload. I am going to, since J&W is going to get to the Worlds Collide this week, I am going to put together our Worlds Collide match card video, and I will try to get that premiered to you guys this week as well. So you're going to get 2 more uploads to this channel. If I feel like it, you might get more. It just depends on how Thursday and Friday go in school wise. It shouldn't be that much I have to do because only 2 days. And I don't think they're going to give us that much work. But knowing it's high school, so you never know. Um, so that's how the week is going. Podcast wise, the Black Lightning podcast will be out tomorrow. We're gonna review season 4, episode 2 tomorrow, and I am going to sit down and watch Cobra Kai episodes 2 and 3, probably Thursday, and I'll have those 2 podcasts out the weekend probably. I think that covers everything I have. A little bit of Universe Mode updates. Worlds Collide is done. Just needs to be edited, literally, and one match needs to be commentated, and we have to do a match card video, and then that's it. Which I will try to take care of the match card video sometime this week. I'm going to actually get it when I get off here. I'm going to talk to JW, and I'm going to ask for all of the match cards, and I'm going to put together the match card video, and you guys will get that premiered sometime this week. Judgment Day is done. It needs to be commentated. That's it. And I'm going to try to start that tomorrow. So hopefully I finish it. Takeover, all of the segments are recorded. And I believe all of the matches are recorded. I got to double check on that. But that still needs to be Share Factory edited. That still needs to be Filmora edited. I still need to put theme songs in that. Takeover is still a long ways away from being finished, and I'm still missing. We still. Everybody still needs to do commentary. Everybody on the show needs to do commentary. So, give us a minute with that. But that's the update, and that's about it. So yeah, Last of Us Part 2, Universe Mode Stream, Universe Mode Sim. A minimum 2 more podcasts this week, and Fortnite Friday, and bonus probably a Worlds Collide match card. That's my week. There might be extra stuff I might add. We'll see. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe channel down below. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We're at 1,730 something. I appreciate you guys for all your support, subscriptions over the last couple of days. Thank you for 3,000 views on the Thank you for 3,000 views on WrestleMania Las Vegas. WrestleMania Las Vegas is the most viewed video on this channel, sitting at 3,000 views. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. That video is 6 months old, and it's the first night it's sitting at 3,000 views. That is absolutely incredible. Y'all are absolutely amazing for that. My second most viewed video is sitting at 2,000 views. Literally, is the 2K19 Superstar Shakeup and the 2K19 intro, Universe Mode intro. It's sitting at 2,000 views. Everything else is under 1K, 1.7, 1.3, 1.2, 1K. So, that is absolutely amazing. That video is the first video ever in my channel history to hit 100 likes plus, almost 110 last I looked at it, and 3,000 views. So, it keeps breaking records, what I like to see. And yeah, little update on Vengeance and Backlash. Vengeance is at 54 likes, which is incredible, and Backlash is at 44 likes, which is incredible. So I appreciate all y'all support on those shows. And I am very excited to see what Worlds Collide, Judgment Day, and Takeover Chicago 2 will do for the channel. Y'all have been very patient with us. Thank y'all for being very patient. And patience, I tell you guys, is a virtue. And whenever you guys see these videos, in the coming weeks. Y'all are going to be mind blown, and just wait. Just wait what we got for y'all. It's only going to get better from here. I keep saying that because I mean it. So, all we're going to say is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your consistent support. Without you guys, there is no Coltrane. Remember that. Y'all gonna get that when y'all wake up in the morning. Anyways, so make sure you guys subscribe to the Sean Train Productions if you haven't already. If you like if you like video games and other games outside of wrestling, um, yes, Karrion Cross is in a match at Payback. He is fighting John Cena at Payback. Make sure you guys like this video if you haven't already as well. I told you guys that earlier. Um, and yeah, I just appreciate you guys. Like, there's nothing else I gotta say. You know, nothing else. Um, let me know your thoughts on this podcast, or let me know if you guys like this new format. Should I just combine advice and stories together, or just keep them separate? Let me know what you all think on that. And that's about it. Remember to be glorious at every single thing you do. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. Have a great night. Stay safe and stay warm, because half of the country is freezing. I'm not making this up. Half of the country is freezing. Stay safe, stay warm. Appreciate y'all. I've been your host, Coltrane, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. If I can get the. There it is. I found it. Okay, peace for real now.